The city of Scottsbluff pinch hits for the 23 club after a grant from the Game and Parks Commission falls through. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, the city of Scottsbluff will provide the additional funding needed for the 23 club renovation project after a grant through the Nebraska Game and Parks Commission fell through. Councilmember Scott Shaver objected to the idea, saying it was his understanding that the youth organization would pick up the tab if that happened. But Councilman Terry Schaub said it had been a subject that had been previously discussed and agreed upon.
We talked about that in budget sessions as well, of funding them another $250,000 for second phase, but if we lost the grant for phase one, we'd have to roll it over into phase one. That was discussed in budget sessions as well.
To receive that grant, construction on the project could not start until the grant had been approved by the Tribal Council, which would now not happen until next January at the earliest. The council previously gave the green light to begin the project out of concerns that costs for materials and labor would increase dramatically. The additional funding approved on a 3-2 vote, with both Shaver and Nathan Green voting against it. Well, the president of the Nebraska State Chamber says there's no doubt COVID has posed the most challenging economic conditions of a lifetime, but there are signs that the state could emerge with a stronger and more competitive economy after the pandemic is over. Yesterday, Brian Sloan told attendees to the Chamber's virtual regional fall forum that our state has fared better than others due to effectiveness of banks obtaining PPP loans, a phenomenal healthcare system, and the governor's decision not to impose a blanket stay-in-place order. Sloan said those factors helped blunt the economic impact here, and it's clear to him that Nebraska is in a unique position to be competitive in a way other states may not be.
Nebraska's in a very unique position to be competitive coming out of this in a way that other states may not. And I'll put it in very simple terms. I get calls every day at the chamber, and I have friends who get calls every day of people from the coasts and large cities who really want to find a better quality of life, a safer place for their families to be, and a safer place to bring their businesses. And so we really have an opportunity in Nebraska to start growing this economy in a very different way coming out of the pandemic, but there's some short-term things we need to do.
However, Sloan did say the state had some issues that needed to be addressed to turn the potential growth into reality directly related to workforce development. He said those include improvements to childcare, transportation, and flexible working arrangements, as well as using the education system to develop, attract, and retain younger workers, and the need to modernize the tax system. Well, coming up after the break, another warm autumn day in the books. We're in with your Thursday evening forecast right after this on KNEB.TV News.
At Platte Valley Bank, we believe it shouldn't cost you money to access your money. That's why we offer free ATMs anytime, anywhere. Whether you are across town or traveling abroad, there won't be an added expense to access the funds in your Platte Valley Bank account. Free ATMs are just one of the great benefits of banking with us. Stop by to talk to one of our friendly associates to discuss what else Platte Valley Bank has to offer.
At Elite Physical Therapy, we provide preventative and rehabilitative treatments that maximize function and promote well-being for patients of all ages. With 2 locations in Scottsbluff and Gearing, we offer the convenience of you choosing your location with the same great services no matter where you go. Stop into one of our locations today, in Scottsbluff at 214 West 27th Street or in Gearing at 10th and M Street, and see what Elite Physical Therapy can do for you. Treatment you need and care you deserve.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the KNEB Storm Center, your trusted source for weather.
Clear skies, quiet across the area tonight. Nothing happening again. Pretty boring here in the weather front, but it's going to change as we go through the next 7 days. It's going to stay warm through Saturday. Sunday, Monday look cooler and windy. It's going to probably rebound for a little bit, but generally be cooler next week, especially by late in the week. And sadly, little to no rain coming our way. 83 yesterday for a high after a morning low of 42, well above normal. We were in record territory today. We're unfortunately in record territory for lack of precip as well. We're at almost 6¼ inches now below normal. And yes, the drought is turning severe to extreme here across most of the region. You can see that severe drought now has expanded through most of the North Platte River Valley, even on up to Chadron and the northern portions of the Panhandle in that extreme drought conditions. That's prompting fire concerns. We still have air quality advisories out through tomorrow afternoon for southeastern Wyoming and northeastern portions of Colorado. Those are not ending anytime soon as we go here through the evening. 83 in North Platte right now. It is very warm here. Mid-80s, upper 80s. We even had some temps close to 90 today. 82 in Ogallala, 81 in Sydney, 84 right now in Torrington. Winds out of the west-southwest at 5 to 15 miles an hour. Well, as you get on that bus tomorrow, how about clear skies? 47 degrees, that's nice. Heading home, it's going to be very warm, 86 degrees. We'll add about 40 to that. Much like today, it's going to be very mild to warm here across the region. Zippo, nothing happening here in the Futurecast. It is all quiet here on the weather front. Lows tonight going to drop down, how about that, into the 40s to near 50. Yeah, that's going to be pretty mild for tonight, well above normal for lows. Those clouds going to hover here over the western portions of the area. That's it. Then tomorrow afternoon, a few more buildup. Nothing coming out of it, though, all quiet. And a few clouds drift across our area late tomorrow night into early Saturday morning. Otherwise, we have quiet conditions, very warm again, upper 80s to near 90 or better in a few locations. And yes, nothing coming in our rain gauge over the next couple of days. Clear tonight, quiet, lows down around 46. Sunny tomorrow. It's going to be another warm with near record high day, highs in the upper 80s. As we take a look at our 7-day forecast, we stay warm through Saturday, then conditions get cooler and windier. Sunday and Monday, back closer to near 70. Will be pretty nice Tuesday and Wednesday, maybe a bit breezy on Wednesday, but then a bigger storm system comes in as we get towards Thursday of next week, dropping our temps back into the upper 50s to near 60. But sadly, we just don't have a lot coming in the way of rain over the next 7 days.
At 21st Century Equipment, we're proud to introduce the new Build Your Own tool. Build the John Deere you've been wanting and see how affordable it really is. Visit 21stcenturyequipment.net to build your own compact utility tractor, mower, or gator. It's easy to add implements, attachments, and view financing options. Build the exact tractor for your needs at a price you can afford, all from the comfort and safety of home, with the new Build Your Own tool at 21stcenturyequipment.net.
Some people think Allstate only protects your car. Here's the truth. Allstate can also protect your home or apartment, as well as your boat, motorcycle, RV, and snowmobile, and even your retirement and your life. Not many insurance companies can say that, but Allstate can.
Bundle and save with Allstate. In Gearing, call Allstate agent Michael Engelhop for a quote today at 308-436-2123.
At TC and More in Scottsbluff, we believe it's the little things that make your house a home. Start with home decor. Brighten up any room in your house with flags, wall decorations, and custom art pieces. Next, brighten up your wardrobe with clothing and accessories like jewelry and purses from the Myra collection. And remember, seniors and military members receive an additional 10% discount. Visit our website, tcandmore.com, and like us on Facebook, TC and More, 1621 Broadway, beautiful downtown Scottsbluff.
Welcome back. A Scottsbluff man is facing a pair of felony drug charges following a series of controlled drug buys conducted by the Wing Drug Task Force earlier this year. 62-year-old Eric Marshall was arrested on Tuesday on 2 counts of distribution of a controlled substance. In court documents, investigators say Marshall sold methamphetamine to a cooperating individual at his residence on the west side of Scottsbluff, once in February and once again in March, each time involving approximately 2.1 grams of the drug. An initial court appearance for Marshall was scheduled for yesterday afternoon, and a preliminary bond in that case was set at $200,000 with a 10% provision. Sticking with the courts now, as a 24-year-old Scottsbluff woman who was charged in connection to several Scottsbluff shootings in 2018 has been sentenced to probation. Alyssa Gomez was accused of providing the gun that Vicente Gonzalez fired during several altercations the night of September 9th. She pleaded no contest to an amended charge of attempted aiding and abetting a Class 1C felony. She will serve a term of 2 years of probation. Gonzalez was sentenced to 10 years in prison last year for his role in the shootings, including charges of use of a firearm to commit a felony, terroristic threats, and discharge of a firearm near a vehicle. And a Gering woman who was accused of abusing power of attorney of her 94-year-old grandmother's financials has been sentenced. 44-year-old Melody Marsh was ordered on Wednesday to pay $48,361 in restitution to her late grandmother's estate and serve a term of probation for 2 years after being convicted on an amended charge of theft by unlawful taking. Marsh was accused of spending a large sum of her grandmother's money on things that did not serve the best interest of the woman, including a pickup, Husker tickets, motel rooms, home improvement projects, and more. Well, straight ahead, Chris Cottrell catches up with star high school golfers Maddie Schlaffer and a number of Bearcat golfers as they get ready to play the Class B Golf State Championship next week. We'll have more at the Sports Desk in just 90 seconds.
Exceptional care, right here at home. That's the mission of Morrill County Community Hospital. Morrill County Community Hospital is a 20-bed critical access hospital that owns and operates clinics throughout Bridgeport, including specialty outreach clinics and Morrill County Home Health Clinic, as well as Chimney Rock Medical Center, located in Bayard. Our dedicated team is committed to you and our community every time at Morrill County Community Hospital, Bridgeport, Nebraska.
Certain things go together, like baseball and hot dogs, or peanut butter and jelly. Then there are things that certainly don't, like electricity and water. To help protect yourself when the two might meet, like basements, garages, kitchens, bathrooms, or even the outdoors, make sure to have protection through ground fault circuit interrupters, GFCIs. If you don't have GFCIs installed, contact a qualified electrician to install them for you. Always use caution when you're near electricity and water. Brought to you by Chimney Rock Public Power District, your touchstone energy partner, the power of human connections.
Home buying is filled with decisions. Neighborhood, floor plan, fenced yard. Make one choice that's easy. Start with FNBO first. We'll guide you home. Home buying is filled with decisions. Square feet, fixer-upper, room to grow. Make one choice that's easy. Start with FNBO first. We'll guide you home.
Now, sports from the FNBO Sports Desk. FNBO, the great big small bank.
Well, it's preview time on our update today here at the TV Sports Desk. The focus, that'd be the Class B Girls State Golf Tournament that's taking place on Monday and Tuesday at Monument Shadows in Gering. I made stops at Gering and Scottsbluff earlier this week to catch up with some of the key folks heading in. Let's start with the location. Issues cropped up with the course at the Country Club, and that led to the switch to Monument Shadows. We check in now with Scottsbluff head coach Brock Ayler.
I like the fact that the Country Club separates a golfer a little bit better as far as you're penalized a little bit more for some of your shots, and it's a little bit more of a difficult championship layout. But at the same token, if you go over to Gering, it's always in fantastic shape. Robert Thomason is a fantastic pro who's been around. They need him. He's a great guy, and he's helped kind of lead that charge over there and make it good. And the course has always been solid. It's got beautiful backdrops. They're going to set the course up. The state will set it up so it's a little bit longer than it normally plays, and hopefully that'll help separate the players from the people that are hitting bad shots. They are penalized for them because I think we are the better players, and so a better player plays a tougher golf course a little bit better.
Scottsbluff will be the heavy favorite entering the two-day event after winning the state title last year and returning their entire team this season. The Cats put up an eye-popping 96-shot win at Districts on Monday, shooting a combined team score of 325. Sophomore Anna Kelly taking home the individual title at Districts. Ayler and his team definitely have the target on their back. They're the favorite and getting to play at a course they know well.
You have to play against yourself. You play against the course. The course is probably the only defense you have, and you manage your game and what you're good at to be successful. So, we probably are the favorite, and we weren't the favorite last year, so we know anything can happen. So we're going to go and set our own personal team goals about, and they are records. We're trying to break some records and play really well, and we haven't peaked yet. I think last week we started to at McCook, just the fact of the difficulty of that golf course.
Now, speaking of home courses, Gearing senior Maddie Schlaffer, she talks about what the rest of the field can expect at Monument Shadows.
I think by far this is going to be one of the easier courses that we have played over the past few years for our state, but I do believe that it does bring challenges and can bring challenges, and with us being our home course, we have to remember to not take that home course advantage type thing and just go into it with the mindset of it's any normal course. And right now the course is in really, really, really good condition, and I'm ready to play.
We'll hear more from Schlaffer in a moment as we get set to introduce some of the favorites for the individual title. As a freshman last year, Scottsbluff's Anna Kelly finished tied for second, and she'll be confident over at Gearing, having shot the best female round ever at Monument Shadows over the summer.
Yeah, it just knows that I have the ability to shoot low on that course, and if I just keep going, then I can shoot low and it'll help the team out, and I hope we win a state championship as a team if we all contribute.
Oh, you want an upperclassman favorite from Scottsbluff High? They've got one. That'd be Emily Shinowski. The senior won the tournament at Gearing during the regular season. In the last two state tournaments, Shinowski's finished tied for 6th and 5th.
Well, I just really need to focus. I haven't really been playing how I want to play, and so I just really need to really focus on what I'm doing and not focus on the bad shots that happen. Just keep going.
Now we circle back to Schlaffer. She helped Gearing finish second to Scottsbluff in the team race a year ago at state. She'll be searching for a 4th straight medal at the state tournament. Last year, Maddie Schlaffer finished solo 5th. 2 rounds on her home course for a championship. She's ready.
I think that you play your day one a little more risky. You go into it, you take some shortcuts or do things that you might not always do in the second day. For my district's example, I did something on the last hole that I don't know that I would have done if I was ahead, but at that point I knew that I was going to be going to state either way, so I had to try something that nobody else really tried. So I think you got to take those riskier options, but then going into day 2, you also have to realize that you might be up by so many or down by so many, but you have to keep calm and just keep making those pars, and like my dad says, make them chase you.
Yeah, that individual race should be great with 3 of the heavy favorites coming from right here at home. Back to the team race quickly. Everyone I spoke with agrees Scottsbluff the favorite. Captain Hallie Shattuck echoing some of those same sentiments from their head coach on the approach and how they go about their business next week.
I think the key with our team is that we're all just really good friends. We have great chemistry and we just bounce back off of one another. And even though we play separately, we can always just know that hey, I have my team member to fall back on. And we're all out here working hard, whether it be on the weekends or every day after school. So we rely on that too.
It'll be a great showcase for Western Nebraska high school golf on the way Monday and Tuesday with Monument Shadows at Gearing hosting the girls Class B state tournament. And we'll close it up here with 2 football games tomorrow night on the network. Scottsbluff looking for a 4th straight win as they host Lexington. We've got McCook in town to take on Gearing. Scottsbluff Lex, our TV radio combo game, radio only for the Bulldogs. Pregame for both at 6:30. That is the latest today from right here at the FNBO TV Sports Desk. I'm Chris Cottrell. Ryan's heading back with more right after this on KNEB.TV News.
Small business, you're the engine that makes our communities thrive. That's why we're with you, providing more for you, so you can focus on what matters most. small business, you're the engine that makes our communities thrive. That's why we're with you, providing more for you, so you can earn more, save more, and do more.
Hi, I'm Michelle Perkins of Remax Regency. After branching out, I've returned home to my roots, to the land from which I came and my family has held for 5 generations.
Michelle truly understands what home means and treats you like family as she guides you through the buying and selling process, bringing the latest pricing tools that are not currently being used in this area to sell your home at the highest price in the least amount of time, and to ensure that you do not overpay when buying.
So just give me a call, kick back, Remax, and settle down.
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com.
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
At Platte Valley Bank, we believe it shouldn't cost you money to access your money. That's why we offer free ATMs anytime, anywhere. Whether you are across town or traveling abroad, there won't be an added expense to access the funds in your Platte Valley Bank account. Free ATMs are just one of the great benefits of banking with us. Stop by to talk to one of our friendly associates to discuss what else Platte Valley Bank has to offer.
And finally tonight, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and while Western Nebraska Community College has suspended their volleyball season due to the pandemic, the annual Pawzitively Pink campaign is still moving forward. WNCC's Amy Winters tells us that people can still contribute to the fundraiser for Festival of Hope by purchasing a t-shirt.
You know, in the past we always had it in conjunction with the volleyball match, but we have no volleyball until the spring, so we decided to just do shirts and sell them and donate the money to the Festival of Hope. We've always been donating it to the Festival of Hope, you know. And then hopefully next year it's back to volleyball and we can do the volleyball theme and have our big night like we had done previously.
Winter says to purchase a t-shirt, you can go to wncc.edu/pawspink or call her directly at 641-5125. She says they will take orders through October 11th. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. You stay safe out there, and we'll see you here next time.